Welcome back to United from Abroad. Kicked off the Premier League summer series in style. Man United edged West Ham 2-1 at the MetLife Stadium this weekend. Bruno Fernandes, both goals. So we'll dive into the highlights and then our preview the Bournemouth game coming up. 2-1 win. It was a decent performance from the first half. Second half, when you make 11 changes, it's always going to dwindle down a little bit. But all in all, I think I'm quietly impressed with what they did in the first half. The setup of Mainoo and a guy in the middle looked pretty good. I was watching Stephen Allison's video before he got to speak to Ruben and asked him about how he wants the midfield to play. And I think he wants Mainoo to be that eight, that ball progressor, the guy on the ball driving forward, because that's one of his best attributes. He's so good on the ball, and we've got to feed into that. Rio has come out and said we've got to build the team around Mainoo, and I think he's absolutely right. The kid's an absolute wonder talent, and any thought of selling him is just asinine. It really is. You got the fan channels that just want to stir up some crap, predicting that, if we get 65 mil for him, we might go. A lot of bullshit. We can't sell him. He's going to get a new contract, I believe. But yeah, I was impressed with those two in the middle. I was impressed with the wing backs pushing high. So it's some groundwork for the start of the season. Let's get to the match. So inside a minute, Højlund smacks the post. So this is kind of what I was talking about in the last video. Who'd be the centre back that's going to pop into the midfield? Now, I said I don't think De Ligt can do it. I don't think Maguire can do it if he's in there. And this is one of the reasons why I think it's going to have to be maybe a Martinez or maybe a Lenny Euro. So as he's in there now, right, we end up playing the ball out to Heaven and Dorgu here. And as you can see, that's where he's got to be. So he's got to pull himself across to help free up that pass to go into Mainoo so he can switch out to the other side. Now, being a central centre-back, it just doesn't fit that mould, right? And then we lose the ball and end up giving West Ham this space to play into. And that's the moment. It's very similar to last season. Like, we were losing the ball in these areas and people were counter-attacking on us. Now, again, it was 30 seconds into the game. It's pre-season. We're working through kinks. We kind of dealt really well with it, really. And another day, could that have been a goal for them? Yeah, for sure. But just look at where we're at with our line, right? Your back five's scattered all over the place, and then your midfield two, again, scattered. We're doing a relatively good job to stop them getting a shot away. We closed down that space. We got in and around the ball. And then the one thing I really did like is when we won the ball here, look at how many numbers are around it there. And then the first thought was, can I get forward? Can I go? And Cunha won it, Dorgu's won it, got on the ball inside, dribbling forward. And then this, Bruno Fernandes' vision to play that. West Ham's really high line. And Rasmus had a job to do to get to that ball, and he did it. The rest he outpaced Kilman, I think it was, and got himself a shot and another day at the top corner. So yeah, that was the start of it. Thought Rasmus did a good job up there. He had a couple of moments where probably could have took the next couple of shots or, been in a better position, but I think he's looked better than what I've seen for a little bit. What I've seen for a lot last season, really. The attitude and just he looked like his head was gone. So that's why I said the other day, my stock's not fully gone on him yet. See how he does in the next couple of games and the beginning of the season. Yeah, the first goal, it was great play down the left hand side. But ball's come over Patrick Dorgu's head. He's brought it down effortlessly. Little combination into Cobby in that 8 role. Who plays around the corner to, here it is, Dorgu now. He's won that ball. He's played into Mainoo, and now he's forward. He wants to get forward again. He's running. Cobby's played the ball out into Cunha. Little set pass into Dorgu, and he's already passed Wan-Bissaka there. Just a lovely little triangle combination on that left hand side to get Dorgu in. And yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah, so obviously Dorgu wins the free kick. We put that ball in the box and ball comes down, snowing it. Areola can't catch it, crashes into his own player, takes out Heaven for strange decision. Maybe it's his new haircut, his new hair growth that caused him to flap at the ball. Don't know. But yeah, Bruno 1-0 over the penalty spot. Isn't rarely going to miss. Then before it was 2, shortly after. Ugate's won the ball back high up for our press and slipped the ball through to Ahmad, who's just offside. But you see those signs, those moments where we've got good rest defense with De Ligt and Yoro and Heaven. All our fullbacks are up, so their fullbacks are back, and it lets Cobby and Ugarte stay up the field a little bit and win that ball back in the second phase. Yeah, it was tight, but it was offside. One thing I wasn't really impressed with as well was United's rest defense. Now, just looking back after last year, I rarely seen this. The back 5 all side on, ready to go, ready to jump the ball, ready to chase back after that ball goes over the top. It was good to see, but you could see the shape of Amorim here in a 5-2-3. Højlund's doing a better job of closing off the space and forcing them to be one-sided. And we're man for man everywhere else on the field, which is always what you want to be, or +1 if you can. But in those situations, you're gonna have to suffer, as Ruben Amorim's favourite word. But no, I was really impressed with the rest defense there, and you see Ahmad at the right wing back there. He sees the ball coming over the top, and he's already on his bike. He's ready to go. Second half, Areola plays the ball out from the back. Mainoo intercepts it, and Bruno curls in a stunner to make it 2-0. And the press from Cunha was really good. It was evident flowing and edging, and he forced. He just didn't go straight to Areola, because I think that would have just made him play long and big and into Fulkrug. But he forced it into midfield, and Cobby's that quick over the ground. He reads the game so well, and he was in. And then Bruno's finish was just what Bruno does. But credit West Ham. Jarrod Bowen pulls back a goal, and it's the most Jarrod Bowen finish you'll probably see. I thought Heaven could have done a bit better defensively, getting a little tighter and forcing him wider, giving him a little bit too much space, but it was a great shot right in the stanchion, I think, and I don't think Bayindir could have done much about it. And then again, Bayindir at the end, a little reflex save to stop them from scoring in stoppage time. So what did we learn? I mean, Amorim's system is taking shape. You saw the wing backs high. Bruno and Cunha close to Højlund, and then I thought Lenny Yoro and De Ligt were excellent. Evan was a little sloppy at times, giving the ball away a little bit, but it's pre-season. It's going to happen. But I think honestly, the cutting edge was Bruno took his chances. But but you can see the signs. That's the most important thing. I said it in my last video. All we want as fans is to see something we can get behind. Now, there's obviously a long way to go, but the building blocks from Saturday are there now. You know, you can clearly see they've been working on patterns in training, and a couple of moments where Bruno stepped over and Højlund didn't read it, and it could have been a nice up back and through for Cunha to get in, and yeah, you can just see that, which is good. The press was good, you know, that 5-2-3 shape. Sometimes it went into a 5-2-1-2 with either Bruno and Højlund pressing or Bruno Cunha, you know, either of those three, kind of pressing to just cut the field in half and make West Ham play wide. Because as soon as they play wide, they played to the wing back. Our wing backs were up and they were forced to play inside, where Kobe and Ugarte were really good. So let's do just a couple of quick shout outs. Obviously, Bruno, 2 goals, excellent. But Kobe was brilliant on Saturday. He just marshaled the midfield, him and Ugarte. And you can definitely tell Ruben's got a good plan for him. Shout out to Altay Bayindir, you know, big save late on. There's one from Souček right in as well with a header, and Onana's out. We've not brought a replacement keeper in yet. So it looks like he's probably going to start against Arsenal in the league. Most impressed today with Patrick Dorgu. I think he's showing signs of the player we thought we were buying. You know, we came in January. It was tough ask to come into a poor Man United team in January and hit the ground running. And you know, it's probably a product of the environment that he came in. He did all right, and then he just went down. I mean, it's happened to everyone. Cunha just oozes class. You can just tell he's a quality footballer. He seems to have meshed really well with the group so far, and Amorim says it's the largest guy in the changing rooms. So yeah, what's next? United staying in the US, 2 more games. Face Bournemouth in the second match now for this summer series. You know, it's going to be about fitness again. It's going to be about systems, and can we extend that good form? You know, is it going to be Cunha, Højlund, and Bruno again? You know, because we already know Mbeumo's not going to be featuring in the next game. Is that going to be the probable starting front three that play against Arsenal? It looks like it. Anything can happen, obviously. You know, it's a changed back line for Bournemouth. They lost Tyson to Real Madrid. They've lost Kirkes to Liverpool, so you know they're going to be working through some things. But they dismantled Everton on Saturday, so will it be Mainoo and Ugarte again in the middle? Can they control the game against a team that's going to high press them in the midfield? Right, Bournemouth like to do that. They're very good in that our defensive third of the field. They want to press. I want to see how our build out is against that too. Does Maguire get a start now? He's back, and where the heck is Mazraoui? He's got to have an injury, right? I think he slots into that back line easily, and you could take out Heaven, and my preferred starting back 3 right now with Mane's injured would be Mazraoui, De Ligt, and Euro. I just think it breeds ball winners. You know, they rarely put a foot wrong. So, you know, it's again, so the game, it's about momentum, it's about morale. Can we get a second win? Set the tone for pre-season perfectly, I think, and then if we get that win in our next match, it's just how do we do it? You know, show some sharper transitions, a bit better, sharper finishing, decision making, and then it would be a good step to build some confidence before the season starts in a few weeks. Oh, yep, hope you like that. That's all for today. We showed some character in the game to see that one through, but the next test comes real quick. What are your thoughts? How do you think United will line up against Bournemouth? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and join. This is Dan from United from Abroad. See you next time.